Alrighty, we are back, and we have Lix versus MBL up next. We're going to have Clearing, Fortress, and Lombardia.
Oh,
That sounds familiar.
I've heard of those maps before.
It does sound familiar. To answer your question in the chat, Delapen... wait, hold on. I'm going to get this right. Delapenamen Slappen. Did Viper already play? No, he has not played. He has not played this match yet. So we won't have Viper versus Max today, but that will probably be next Saturday. So if you want to catch the Viper Max game, well, we'll be back, and it will be starting at 14 GMT on Saturday, the 15th of June. We will be casting that game then. It will be played by that point. So,
and then it will be followed by the semifinals and the final.
Yeah, so there'll
All those
probably be some
recorded
more
games,
Viper action if he wins.
If he wins, we'll see more of him.
We will see. Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting, actually, because looking at the standings. Boop.
Boop.
Suomi in third, SY in fourth, Frantic in fifth. And I think we've established now it's actually impossible for either of those teams, Suomi, SY, or Frantic, to finish second.
Yes.
I think it's impossible.
Pretty sure that we worked out that it was impossible.
Because we already announced that it will be Secret AM at the LAN final. But the fight for third is on. I mean, those three teams are so incredibly close. There's, 4 points between them. And
that's all there is.
Yeah.
Just the 4 points.
So it's going to be interesting to see who can actually sort of finish third, fourth, and fifth. At the moment, Suomi have the edge, but a small one at that. And obviously, Max versus Viper, in the long term, it doesn't really mean anything for the top two finishers, but it still could mean that Suomi finish ahead of SY and Frantic. And of course, there's still prize money at stake. There's still...
And I think just the bragging rights, being third is not, shameful or anything like that, right? You're still the third of the very best teams. Like, that's insanely good still.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, also the bragging rights of being able to say, yeah, I beat Viper in a tournament game.
Oh, yeah. He's not as good as they say he is.
Because I think tournament games are really what count,
Yeah, because random rated games, like, even Viper admits that most of the time he doesn't take it too seriously.
No.
A lot of time, it's just doing silly things to entertain the stream and stuff like that.
We just had a little blip on the stream there, but I think it's fine. We're stable again. We dropped a few frames, but you probably wouldn't have seen that or noticed that because, well... it's only our voices that are moving at the moment.
Is my voice moving?
Moving.
Yeah, is my voice moving?
Well, I guess.
I guess the voice box is moving that makes the sound, but
Yeah,
the voice
right.
itself doesn't move.
All right, Ryby. All right, Ryby.
Sorry, I just
It's
wanted
just
to
the
get
way
that out
it
there.
be, because it do. All right, we're going into game number 1 here. It's going to happen. And here it is. I think that thingy just went weird. I don't think that makes any sense. What? Oh, that's Age of Empires. I'm
Not in Capture Age. That's why it's not working.
There we go. Now we're in Capture Age. Welcome, everybody, to Lix versus MBL. And this will be a best-of-3 series in the round of 8 for the ECL West, Europe West. And the winner of this will go through to the semis. Exciting stuff.
Oh, yeah. The winner of this game gets to play against the winner of the Viper and Max, which we will find out next week.
Yeah, that's right. So, sporting up to the north in the red, it is Lix. He's playing as the Franks on clearing, and down to the south, playing in the green. It's MBL playing as the Celts.
This is becoming a bit of a classic matchup now, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've
every
seen I
time.
think four out of 6 or 7 series, it's been Celts versus Franks.
Yeah, but the thing is, today, we haven't seen the Franks on this map so far, because everyone's played Spanish, because if they're not playing the Celts, they're playing Spanish, and Lombardia has been in all 3 of the map pools. So what's Lix planning on using for Lombardia? Because if he uses Franks here, obviously he can't take them on Lombardia.
Lombardia's game 3 in this series, so I think he can just freely pick anything he likes.
Let's just confirm that. Yeah, Lombardia being game 3 means that Franks here is fine, and that also means that because on Lombardia he'll have free pick, he can perhaps pick the Huns, or he can pick anything that he
Indians
likes.
or something like that, just to hard counter the Franks. Like, there's many more options with it being game 3 where he can pick outside the Civ pool.
Absolutely. So it's okay. It's okay. I thought maybe he made a critical error and maybe like he would not have a civ for Lombardia,
Yeah, his
but
next best would probably like the Britons or something like that.
yeah, which is not great, really. But anyway, we've got Celt Franks. We've seen this many times now, actually. I feel like it is becoming, as you say, like the classic matchup for clearing. Let's take a look at the map. Let's take a look at the clearing. This one looks extremely choke pointy.
Oh yeah, just those
Like,
two
this is the
little gaps.
Most easily wallable clearing I think I've seen.
The thing's going to be like, are they going to notice that those are the only two choke points?
Right, they have to scout it.
Right, it's quite possible that they just do smaller walls. Like we see MBL already doing 2 houses together.
Mm-hmm.
He could be planning to just wall between those forests.
And MBL is also only just pushing deer.
Yeah, so he's not scouting them. He doesn't know that it's such a small wall off, right?
That's all he sees right now. He sees a wall of trees, and he's more interested in what's in the back of his base than what might be out there, over yonder.
I'm actually wondering, like, would sneaking a villager be possible on this map and be, like, a viable strategy?
Absolutely.
Right, like, you just, at, like, say, minute, like, this time, right, minute 5 or so, you get loom, you send a villager forward, you sneak past their walls, get in the back of their base, sneak
That's
archery
something I
ranges or something
expect to
like
see
that.
the Max do against the Viper when we see them play next week, honestly.
Yeah, like that's the sort of like surprise strategy that could just kill someone, right? They go Drush FC, and then all of a sudden there's 10 archers on their wood line. Oh, well, shit, what do I do now?
It could work, yeah. You're right. I mean, that could be a massive surprise. We did see in the game with Nilly against Gibbertong that Nilly did have an opening into Gibbertong's base, but never got to even use it. So it's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it could absolutely be an option if you sneak early enough. But MBL, I mean, I spoke about why he's exploring the back of his base. It was because his boar was here and he didn't find it. He's still down 4 sheep. So his start has been a little rough. He did obviously spend that time pushing deer, so it's not the end of the world. And he will find all of those sheep now. So MBL will be fine, but obviously a bit of a lack of scouting. And in comes Lix.
He was trying to get that forward wall up, and now he's totally open. Lix, remember, doing 20 pop feudal here with Franks, going straight for a scout rush, it seems. MBL might be totally open, and then this just comes in and screws up his Drush FC that he wants to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is awkward. You really want the aggression, or you want to be the aggressor, sorry, if you're doing the Drush FC. That Wolf's having a field day, but finally going to get sorted out. But it's wide open here, and the scouts are going to be on the way very soon. MBL will send the militia out, and of course Lix knows it's coming. He saw it with his scout here.
And his scout is still here to pick off the villager.
Yep.
He's about to hit feudal, get that +2 attack, and he's going to clear it up nice and easily.
Well, not if these units come back, but he could prevent the wall.
That's true. But if they come back, then they're not pressuring Lix's eco.
Let's see. He's going for the Vil. And that Vil, the Vil's got to get the wall, surely. But it will be open on the left side. That is not going to be good enough for Lix, however.
And the villager sort of walled out on the wrong side of the wall, it seems.
He's coming back. Yeah,
and
you're
it's
right.
still open on the right-hand side.
So maybe this is the sneak you're talking about.
Yeah, the Dark Age sneak.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's still in the Dark Age.
The hole on the right-hand side, he hasn't finished the wall.
Damn. Okay,
no.
but Lix sees the villager on this side as well, so he's going to be cautious of that. And of course, at home, he's adding his scouts right now. Yeah, MBL does have the Vil, so maybe he does sneak it through. Lix actually does have a way in as well. There's a hole here, which means if he goes to the left, comes around this way, goes in here and then in, this wall from MBL does nothing. This is open back here as well. So there's still opportunities for Lix to get through.
Does MBL know that that wood line is open?
What, this one?
No, the top, just south of where the original wall is. Does he see that little hole there to the left?
Oh, here. I'm guessing not. Oh, he does actually.
Yeah.
He does. Okay. I thought he would have tried to wall that up already, but his villager's walling himself in right now while Lix comes forward with Vils, and I'm guessing then
forward tower.
going to try and Vil bash this down.
Your villager is walled in, but we'll just kill you with a tower. No worries.
What are you going to do about it? Nibble.
Okay. Losing one scout.
Perfect English.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows that the Chinese players are perfect English.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good trade-off. One scout and a little bit of HP for all 3 militia and MBL's own scout. And this tower is going to go up in time, I think, to deny some easy wall-offs. MBL now doing big walls back here.
He's putting on the pressure, and this is that sort of play style that we expect from players like Lix, from Vivi, and some other of the those top Chinese players. They do like to get aggressive. They are unafraid of dropping that forward tower and piling on the pressure. But MBL going to be walled up behind this, and it's going to be more than one tower required from Lix to break through the second layer.
He's already mining stone.
He is.
He's ready for it.
But this is risky. Against the Drush FC, I think this is risky. You're committing heavily now, and if this doesn't work, then your opponent's going to be Castle Age, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. There's the market from MBL. He's also mining stone in case he does need a counter tower of his own. And of course, he's also building stone walls, so you just need to make sure that if he does make stone walls and stone gates, that he has enough stone for a tower as well if he needs it. But this is an easy defense. It's such an easily wallable map. What he doesn't have is a second building. He needs a blacksmith or a stable.
Is there
or an
hole
archery range
on the left between that house and the tree?
Wait, here?
Yep.
There is a hole. There is a hole. But would Lix find it? I mean,
So if he right-clicks inside, right, they'll go all the way around.
they would, yeah.
Okay, but there's the barracks. Sorry, not the barracks. There's the blacksmith. MBL's getting ready to click up now.
Where's the oh, it's there, right?
He's
Way
a
off to the
little bit more
side.
food.
Yeah. And there's the counter preemptive tower.
Right. Well, he doesn't want to loot his market, right? Because that could be valuable to buy or sell resources if he needs it.
Yep, for sure. And Lick's just going to keep trying to batter his way through, but not having much joy at the moment. He's wasting a lot of villager time, and his castle time is also suffering as a result of this. Of course, MBL has to build a couple of towers, which means when he does reach castle, he's not going to have the stone for 2 new town centers
He's not
straight
going to have
away.
the wood either, really. Like, his eco is going to be very fragile, but at least, he will be in the castle age.
Yeah, and then I wonder what he's going to follow this up with, because typically the Celt player just wants to boom. But this could be a really good opportunity to counterattack. I just question what he would counterattack with, which is why I suggested, maybe he makes an archery range or a stable, because he could do that, right? It's open on the left side.
But he doesn't know
easily
that.
counterattack.
Nobody really knows that.
True, yeah, he doesn't know it's open here. Man, if only this was unexplored, right?
Well, but then it would be so much
They'd
more
try
different.
this.
But it would be fully walled already if it was explored.
Well, true, yeah, you're right.
Like, because clearing is not the same as Black Forest. Okay, so he should see this hole down. He should fix that. Nope.
Nope. Will he fix it in time? Because there is a scout coming over. I mean, one scout isn't going to do too much, but if Lick sends the rest over, he might find some villager kills, perhaps. But Castle Age is in for MBL now, and, well, Lick still doesn't even have half the food he needs, or he's just about to hit half the food he needs to go up to Castle.
He's just preparing to buy the food he needs.
It's so far. Well, he's so far away in comparison here. And, well, there you go. He's going to wall up that hole and get a couple of spears out. We've got a siege workshop from MBL, so
Clear out the towers.
yeah, going to get that front of his base back. And then I guess he'll save up for the TC and drop them down when he gets the wood for it.
Which, yeah, not going to happen for a while. MBL very much on the 1 TC plan at the moment.
Option to perhaps buy some resources. He does have
Quite a
7
bit of gold.
goals on stone. Oh, sorry, on gold. And he obviously will spend that on a mangonel, but that's going to start surplusing again pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do as MBL in this position, because I understand he wants the mangonel just to clear out these towers to make sure his front is safe. But if you're not booming, then really, what are you going to do? Right? Just push with crossbows? Like, you don't have rangers yet, so you're not going to have any army for a while. You don't really want to make knights against the Franks, because they're going to have better knights than you. And he can always just defend some monks as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of awkward, really. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a tough position for him to be in.
maybe he's saving for a castle, and he'll drop that down, but only 3 vills on stone, so that's a while away. I guess Pike and Siege push now could be interesting. 2 mangonels are out. Maybe if he follows this with a 3rd mangonel, maybe he goes for a monastery and monks, and then adds some pikes and just tries to push through. I mean, I've seen this kind of play on Black Forest before, where the Celt player does even... I've seen double Siege Workshop, and they just go mass mangonels to try and break through.
We saw MBL do that in his round of 16 game, where he just made tons of pikes and tons of mangonels.
He did actually do that, you're right. So it could be a similar style from him, and maybe he will just stay on 1 TC. We'll see. He can add the CC now if he wants it.
Yep, going to the right-hand
side. It will be there on the
side.
right, so that's okay. I mean, 3 mangonels though. Going to be battering through that wall very quickly.
Like, he's got so much fruit and gold. Is he just going like straight up to imp?
Surely not. He's adding a second TC. He'll spend that food down quite quickly, I guess.
But like, instant monastery and siege workshop, right? I guess maybe just defensive mangonels and some defensive monks.
Yeah, he could do it. Oh, we're dropping frames. We're lagging hard.
Yeah, we've got very bad ping at the moment.
Don't do anything. We're lagging. Okay. I guess I'm gonna pause the game.
That was me.
What?
That was me, my bad.
Okay.
Okay,
right, we're back, I
up.
think. I just paused the game so we didn't miss anything. It should be fine. It should come back.
Don't blame Twitch, guys. That's
blame Ham.
Yeah, that's Ham being a silly idiot and uploading some stuff, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, we'll remember to not upload on the network while we're streaming.
Yep.
That'll eventually happen.
We will learn one of these days.
But there we go. I think we're back. Should have no issues, and we should be able to resume. So we'll do just that. Okay. So yeah, MBL making the big push, and it should be. Well, I say it should be an easy defense for Licks. Obviously, Celts do fire faster, so much easier to do that. Get in, shoot, and get out.
And now he's just going to slowly batter away at these walls, try to break in. But look at Lick's eco. He's got almost 1,000 food. He has to be going up to imp, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised, to be honest.
What's he going to do in imp? That's Franks. Fast.
Monks.
Frankish monks aren't that good, right?
Well, not that good, but he could do it. Interesting question. He's going to save for a castle here.
Trebs and siege?
Maybe he'll do early chemistry and like do hand cannons as well or something.
Well, here's the mangonel micro.
And that's good.
Oh, 1 HP. 1 HP for Licks.
Saved it. Love it. Love it. I don't know. I mean, this is going to be interesting.
Going up to 4 TCs himself.
Oh, he's so greedy. This is going to slow his Imperial time down massively.
Well, you know, that's sort of what you expect, though. You expect it to be a boom game. You're not
even
thinking to yourself, oh, my opponent is going to do some sort of weird fast imp as the Franks. Like, that's just not a thing.
No, I guess not. But look at this. MBL is actually in.
But he's got nothing to go in with.
Can't really do anything with it. So, yeah, he's just going to resort to booming in the back. Well, yeah, Licks does go up to Imperial right now on 2 TCs. There's the castle coming up at the front. I mean, maybe we'll see. Thing is, you gotta think, like, what does Imperial really bring you? Brings you some very expensive upgrades.
Right.
Which, you know, you can't afford if you've only got 47 vils. So you've got to take advantage of something once you reach Imp. And usually those things are like trebuchets, block printing on monks, where you can sort of get like bigger range and start converting stuff. Maybe like a cheaper upgrade like Cavalier.
Or Arbalest, something like that.
But anything more than that, it's kind of tough. Like, Licks isn't exactly going to do like, you know, elite throwing axemen and start making it just doesn't work like that.
Oh, and he's trading really well with that Mangonel. He just got 2 kills without losing his own Mangonel. Defending any sort of potential push from MBL here. You know, MBL is only, you know, 12 villages ahead at this point. Which is really not a lot considering that he has 4 TCs going.
Yeah. I mean, the 4th TC came up kind of just recently, I guess. And even the 2nd and 3rd TC were quite late because of this earlier investment into mangonels. I feel like MBL is actually throwing away quite a lot of units here. 7 kills, 11 deaths. And that's against 9 kills and 7 deaths. Licks is doing just fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure what MBL is going to do. Like, because as soon as Licks hits him, MBL is going to have this huge panic moment where it's like, well, okay, there's Trebs coming into my face soon.
Maybe he types in chat, has advanced to the Imperial Age.
Just to try to trick Licks into thinking he's also imp.
But like he did against Doubt. It's going to be gunpowder. It's almost like we're watching Turks here.
Very slow version of Turks.
Yeah, and that's it. Chemistry and Siege Workshop. We'll see bombard cannon, hand cannon. And it's kind of what the Franks do in this scenario anyway. Like every time we've seen this matchup, the Frank player's going for that gunpowder combo. He's adding some knights as well, just to boost up his numbers. But yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing Cavalier on those knights. It's too expensive, and he needs to save those resources for the other things.
Yeah, he wants that for all of his gunpowder units he's going to be making. He's got the first Treb out as well, just waiting for this gate so that he can move forwards a little bit. Not even bothering with the gate, just deleting some walls.
Gate's just getting in the way. They take so long to build, just don't bother with it. But they're going to get through, and what's he going to attack? I mean, MBL doesn't even have a castle right now.
Start trebbing down the towers and PCs, I guess.
Oh, the knight's going to go in. He might be able to pick off.
If you can get both the mangonels, that would
the
be really good.
I think he'll get them as well, because Spearmen really don't do that much damage. And obviously, Frank's had the extra 20 health for free, so easy for Licks. And now coming forward, the trap, though,
not doing
stuck
anything.
at the back. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Licks is trying to build a forward castle, that's what he's doing.
2 bombard cannons, 2 hand cannons on the way, 2 trebs as well. And yeah, Licks is pretending to be filling up Noah's Ark right here. 2 of everything, Robo.
We almost saw the 3 of everything in the final game of
Yeah, we
Nico
did.
versus Goku.
So castle here going up. That's going to allow him to pressure this front side. And MBL now is like, okay, well, I can go Imperial too. But yeah, he's not really got much military production down at all. He's not really got anything down.
And the thing is, like, what military does he make against this? Like, onagers?
Yeah, well, onager is generally the thing you'd expect. But now he's like, kind of building this castle in the back. He's not got a siege workshop anymore. He just lost that. Licks has got this huge momentum now, and he can go in and start trubbing down TCs. He can get in there and just do so much damage in this transitional period for MBL. It's amazing.
Yeah, and like if MBL wants to go for onagers, right, he has to wait for the onager upgrade, and then wait while he masses onagers. And in that time, you know, he's going to lose a TC or 2. Which TC is he doing implement, by the way? Is that possibly a problem?
It's this one here. It's absolutely a problem.
I think it should make it.
It
There's
looks
only
like it's
2
going to make
bombard
it.
cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Maybe?
I think you'll make it. Oh, maybe not. There's a trap now. Oh, no.
Oh.
He's not going to make it. The Imperial HTC. It's
Oh,
gone.
no.
99.2%.
No, MBL.
I saw it. 99.2. And now he's clicking it in another TC. This one over here. That's fine. That's safe. But no.
That has to be GG.
That's it. It's over.
That's
3
it.
TC is going to go
Now
down.
he has to wait 2.5 minutes to get up to imp.
Oh, and it's like he didn't even put up a fight. Now he's got no eco. It's gone. It's done. Finished. Licks wins. GG.
Yeah, that's... He was in a bad position before that happened.
Licks has 20
But that was
military and
just-
68 eco, and he can win the game like that.
Ah, man.
Although MBL, not giving up just yet. Training a lot of Woad Raiders. He's going to try and rush them down. Try and take out this small number of military units with Woadies.
And there's also some pikes
Some
as well.
pikes as well.
But there's more hand cannons coming in from the left-hand side to support here.
Ouch.
The watchtower itself is even actually getting some decent damage in against the pikes.
I'm actually hurting right now, seeing that Imperial HTC go down. But he can rush this down. He can push this back.
He's got numbers.
Yep, he absolutely has.
He's just
Can he hold on?
targeting the bombard cannons.
That's very good, but conversion.
The problem is, like,
not really
but then the
coming
hand
through.
cannons get to deal all this free damage. Like,
Yeah.
I think killing the hand cannons first and then going for the siege weapons after that would be a better shout.
There's still 2 Trebs here as well, and now, you know, he's got to remass these Woad Raiders again. It's hard. There are the pikes coming in, but the castle's there as well. They're trying to take out this siege. Anything they can do to take out the siege, but it's not working out for them. And there's too many hand cannons now. 11 hand cannons. The Trebs are going to redeploy. And
Once that one single castle goes down for MBL, where is he going to make words from?
yeah, he's not, is he? That's that. He's imp, though.
Right.
He's
Imagine if he was in 3 minutes ago.
What's he going to do with the Imperial Age upgrade, though? I mean, capped ram would be a good call, but he doesn't have the food for it. He just sunk all of his food into Woad Raiders. He's going now, trying to get these Trebs. He might get one on the right-hand side. I think he will quite comfortably get that, but then the Woad Raiders are going to die again, and that's it. GG from
GG
MBL.
called.
He's calling it there. Licks takes the game. Wow. What a crazy game that was. 2 games today with really awesome things happening. First Nilly, now this from Lix. MBL losing that TC with the Imperial Age at 99.2%, and that really was the end of the game for MBL. Lovely stuff from Lix. That sort of fast Imperial, you don't see that very often, and it was very effective, as we saw right there.
So we can see that the Franks can win this matchup if they play
for sure
aggressively enough, right? Like his early scouts and towers, they didn't really kill anything with MBL, but they slowed him down once he got to Castle Age. You know, he could hardly afford to make the mangonels that he needed to defend, slowed down his own boom, and then Lix just skipped Castle Age completely, went straight up to Imp, just a couple of defensive monks and mangonels.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, and it's just awesome to see. And we've seen this matchup a few times. I can't remember I think it's 2-2 now for Celts versus Franks.
I could check that.
Yeah, maybe you can check. But I think that Franks have won twice and Celts have won twice in the 4 games we've seen with this exact matchup. So it's not like it's extremely one-sided. Maybe Robo can confirm.
Yep,
2-2. 2-2. So yeah, we might see this matchup again later on. Obviously, these Civs do tend to be picked a lot on this map, given the map pool. Oh, sorry, the Civ pool. But now, of course, Lix leads the series. So we'll see if Lix can take out MBL in a 2-0 fashion, or if MBL can come back here and make a comeback and
try to get the reverse sweep in.
Love how you call it. I know it is technically a reverse sweep, but I find it funny because it's a best of 3.
It sounds
so much more
2-0
dramatic.
is a clean sweep, and a 2-1 is possibly a reverse sweep.
Yeah, it's so dramatic. I love it.
Come on, like, you got to hype it up, man. We got to bring the viewers in. We got to get them entertained and excited for the games.
Yesterday we had a clean sweep. That was a real clean sweep. A 5-0.
Yes, okay, that was a clean sweep in a best of 9.
Yeah. Does Zach know what the new civs are? I'm assuming you're talking about DE. I know many things, but I'm not saying anything. All right, let's go into our next match, shall we? It's going to be the Fortress game, and I'm just going to be... There we go, getting Capture Age up.
You got to unpause it first.
Yes, I have. I've got to unpause, and then I've got to switch in-game, and then I've got to make it full screen. And here we go. Welcome, everybody, to game number 2 in this best of 3 series between Lix and Mibble. Now, we've seen Regicide Fortress a few times too, but this time, Vicky versus Span.
Yeah.
No Mayans, no Goths, because this time we're working within the map. The Civ
neither
pool.
of them are in the Civ pool.
And Vikings, I think we saw Viper taking Vikings in the first round.
Yep. I think MBL did the same thing as well.
Yep, and they're a very reasonable Civ to take. If you think about the Civ pool available, Vikings just have this superb economy.
Yeah. If they're able to just boom in peace and get to like a nice early imp with upgrades, they can steamroll over players.
For sure.
You know, when they take the Spanish like this, like Lix has, if they can deal enough damage with their conquistadors and, you know, prevent MBL from just safely booming, then, you know, maybe it turns around the other way and then the better Castle Age unit maybe wins in the game.
Yeah, perhaps. It's going to be... Yeah, it's going to depend a lot on how the the Vikings manage it, really. Because I feel like as the game goes longer, the Spanish get the advantage. But the Vikings have the opportunity, that window, where they can take that power spike from Imperial and start a big push. And essentially, MBL wants to do to Lix what Lix did to MBL in Game 1. And steamroll him as quickly as possible in early imp.
The problem's just getting to early imp.
Yes, and that can also depend a lot on maps and sort of how the map spawns and, you know, all of that good stuff. So we'll take a look at that now. MBL in the blue. The Vikings for him, of course, and his map is not amazing.
It's pretty bad, I think. All of his woods are towards the front.
I mean, you could delete some wall here to get to this wood, but
it's still not particularly thick, right? Like,
Yeah.
Conks can still shoot over pretty much all of these wood lines. And MBL's King
the
just
king
running
is out.
into the scout. But he'll be fine. It's only Dark Age.
He'll be okay, yeah. But yeah, the wood lines are not good. The gold, I mean, he's got gold. That's fine.
Yeah, gold and stone is pretty safe. The berries are pretty safe as well, but that's going to run out before long.
But the expansion is not pretty. This here and this here. I think maybe we see a TC out here somewhere on this
Or maybe
wood
like
line.
delete the gate and build the TC there
Here.
between like the wood and the gold.
It could, yeah, maybe. It could be an option. But that does open him up to Conquistador raiding. And, of course, if you can play, the safer you can play, the better against the Spanish, really. You want to avoid Conquistador raiding at all costs. Even on this left side, they could run in and maybe pick off something. Although they'd have to take damage from the towers.
The towers
and
and possibly the
so
castle as well.
Got to be careful of that.
But like on the other side for Lix, he's got 2 relatively thick wood lines. Not that, Berserks are really going to be raiding. If it was like a Spanish mirror, he's got options with his main wood, and then this back wood line that he has there.
He could just wall out here.
Right, build market blacksmith there, some stone
Yeah.
walls on the other side,
And then here.
and then he's got all this extra space to TC and boom in.
That's right. But at the same time, I mean, again, his forward gold is not looking too good. He will have to secure that as the game goes on. So controlling the map here will be important because a lot of those resources are outside of the walls. It's not like Arena where you can sometimes get the triple gold in the back of your base. You got to watch out for that. So yeah, Lix and MBL, both of them with these forward gods, do have to watch out for that. And of course, I think that favors Lix in a way because if he does get the conks out in castle, he'll have the map control. He'll have the ability to lock down the map a lot easier.
Right, and by the way, while Lix is out there with the conks getting the map control, he gets all the relics too.
Yes.
Most of the time.
And they've even spawned mostly very close to him. The relics are very nearby to Lix here, here, and here.
Just those
here,
4, and there's only the one on the far left that's sort of, you could term MBL's relic.
which neither player has scouted anyway. So, doesn't matter.
Not that it matters.
All right. Well, thank you, Coco Plant, for the sub, using that Twitch Prime to sub for free. And that reminds me, if you do have Amazon Prime and you want to support this channel, you want to support Age of Empires 2 tournaments, and you want us to continue to be able to bring you guys some of the best teams and players in the world, then you can use that Twitch Prime to subscribe for free, and you get to support us in doing so.
And join our team.
Join Team Age of Empires. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So Castle Age is coming in for both players. Lick's going to have the slight edge, but MBL is, of course, going to have 2 additional villagers. And this is where the Vikings get that power spike. You know, they actually have handcart at 11 minutes of game time. And that's
For
just
free.
incredible. They don't pay a penny. They don't waste any TC time. It's just there. And that's why I think they're so popular on this map as well, because a fast castle is guaranteed. Well, you're looking at me like it's not guaranteed.
Well, no, it is definitely guaranteed. Yeah, no worries. I was just lost in my own words, just thinking.
Thinking? What are you thinking?
I was thinking about, like...
You're thinking about Tuba Mafone subscribing with Twitch Prime.
That was one of the things I was
That's
thinking
what you
about.
were thinking about.
And I was also thinking about the fact that Lix did actually do as we suggested, and he walled off the bottom side of his map and the top side with his buildings to secure all that back area.
It's almost like we know what we're talking about, Robo. We're making it quite believable.
Yeah, we pretend to have that game knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes, we make 100 guesses, we get 2 of them right, and we say, yeah, we're good.
That's what you have to do. You have to throw it all at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds like us perfectly.
I mean, honestly, this game, I wouldn't be surprised if Lix goes for, full longboats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen.
It could happen.
Don't count it out.
Don't count it out, guys.
No, but he is coming forward, though, and I do like this. Like we said before, full map control, easily secured with those early Conquistador, and now coming forward to drop the Monastery and the Siege Workshop. Collecting the relics, it's just part of the general housekeeping. And then, of course, this forward Siege Workshop, which will allow him to pressure these gold mines, right? If MBL does come forward to take this gold, bam.
Take it down
easily. You've got a mangonel on your face. How are you dealing with that?
Or even if he moves around to like the top side and he starts to siege down this TC that MBL's just built on this wood line.
Yeah. Although actually, it's kind of, where does he go? He has to go here, right? Or here. And that tower then ranges it. So that's not too bad for
Could
MBL.
still just, get good shots up on the villages, regardless.
Oh, he lost his monk, though. the scout of MBL did pick up first blood of the game, and it gets out with 3 HP to spare.
And continues juking and diving away from the conks.
how
Is
very
he going to make it
clutch.
to the castle?
He will. His castle will nail that scout, and bam, he's safe.
Oh, but the scout ducks away right at the end there. Maybe he could pick off a monk?
Oh, he's in, actually. You're right. With
3 HP?
3 HP.
Oh, there it goes.
Shanked by a male villager. Yeah, so I guess there's no TC exposed. MBL kind of forced in this position to not do what he wants to do, which is add 3 TCs and get the boom going. He's stuck on 2. He's forced to build a monastery and a siege workshop of his own. And now the pressure here coming in. And the nice thing about this for Lix is that in small numbers, very easy for the Spanish to run in, snipe a couple of monks, and run out again. And even killing siege is super easy. So MBL's relying on the monks and siege, and Lix has the monks and siege as a utility, while the conks can deal with both of those things just fine.
And also, just taking down the market there is so good because it prevents MBL from just easily balancing his economy, right? Because we see here, like, he's running villages away from that wood line.
Yes.
So it means that for the time being, he's going to have possibly a wood shortage, and he can't use the market to balance that anymore.
Absolutely, and it just makes things very awkward. I mean, you want to get that when you can, but let's see. Conversion attempts from MBL, and Lix is immediately backing away, and I see a couple of petards. He wants to get in, but he doesn't want to telegraph that to MBL. Obviously, the ram going for those outer buildings, it's not an immediate threat, but 2 petards blowing up your wall, you don't even have time to react to that.
And by the way,
this is going to be big.
Yeah, he's going to get some villas here, and on the bottom side, MBL's just built his 3rd TC outside his walls, which could be vulnerable to some aggression from Lix if he notices. Oh, we're getting all the pixels on the wood line.
Every time he fires, I was like, zoom in a bit more.
You make one of those...
It's like those videos where it's like
it gets
Finding
faster
Nemo, but every time he says something, it speeds up by 10%. It's like a 7-minute video of the whole film. But yeah, it just go for that TC. That's so risky, right? But he kind of has to do it.
And I'm guessing, does Lix have line of sight? Can he see the chopped down trees on that side?
Lix, my mug wasn't in the way. I'd be able to tell you that more easily. Oof.
If he notices, he'll see that.
He can see it. I mean, it's only a matter of time until he finds it. He will check over there at some point. But first of all, he's more concerned about busting through and getting the petards in.
Yeah, using the petards to get in, do some raiding with the conks, pick off villagers, and he's still getting villagers on the top side of that wood line.
I think he's seen it.
Oh, man.
I think he's heading over there, right? Like,
look at the trail of siege.
Man, I think if I was MBL, I would not chop the tree. I'd be so careful.
Just,
it just gives it
take
away.
The gold and make farms.
CSI Lix. Detective Lix. He's seen it. He knows what's happening. You can't fool me. He doesn't see the farm, by the way. That's a spectator bug. Lix cannot see the farm, but he can see that broken tree. And that has been a massive change of plan. And this is bad news.
Do you
for
think
MBL.
he just sends the petards into the TC, or does he save them for later?
He saves them to finish it off. Gets the Vills attacking the Rams, sends in the petards.
Oh, yeah. When they're not ready.
Here we go. MBL now reacting.
Very quickly. Didn't lose any villages there.
But
That's pretty
suddenly
good.
there's 2 Rams here.
Oh, and here come the petards. Nope, the petards are backing up.
And here we go. Oh! The Conquistadors killing the Vills so quickly. One of the Rams getting quite low, though. And already that TC is low. And MBL can't do anything about this. He has to run the villagers away. Lix gonna chase them down. Of course, they're gonna lead him straight into those 2 mangonels. But this is devastating for MBL. You know, losing 5 or 6 Vills, losing a TC that you only really just built, and now even losing a mangonel.
No, that just adds insult to injury.
Oh boy, Lix is so far ahead right now. I'm loving this for him.
Like MBL, he's got 15 extra villagers, but
MBL's up to him.
I don't see how he's gonna keep this going. Oh no!
Not like this! Oh my goodness!
MBL, please!
That's so triggering for him. He gets nothing, and now look at this. The petards are gonna go through the wall, and there's gonna be 13 Conquistadors in there, and MBL will have a lot of idols very soon. There they go, in they go, boom, boom. I want you in my room, and
my walled room.
Lix is in, and I mean, it's kind of fiddly in here. I mean, he can easily pick off the monks. It's just kind of awkward.
Yeah, lots of buildings getting in the way, preventing him from getting too close. Right, now he's just going to swing around the other side with his little siege train and take down this wood line.
Yeah, I mean, he could break through anywhere very easily. And hey, that
Maybe a
is holding
villager
it
just
open for him.
chopping away.
There you go.
Keeps
He's
it
going to
open.
the right side. I guess he'll try and go through here or something.
I
but
feel like Licks probably should just have like one conch on stand ground on the other side of that wood lane.
just constantly.
Just leave one standing there.
I agree. I think that would be huge. But okay, gate's going down. Licks, by the way, adding a third TC now, so only just getting his eco going, so
but
to speak.
he has done +2 armor. He's got bloodlines. He's researching husbandry, so he's almost going to have fully upgraded conchs roaming around now. And you know, these archery ranges, they're going to start to go down.
I feel like he's unnecessarily scared of these monks.
Yeah,
there's only two monks. Just accept that you're going to get the conversions and then kill them all anyway, right? Like, but how come some crossbow? And yeah, I guess he's kind of feeling like he's not able to push in as comfortably. But here you go. The monks should go down now. And no conversions for MBL.
And look,
MBL has zero conversions this game.
Look at this mangonel that's raiding the wood lane.
Beautiful. MBL's so idle.
He's got no wood income at the moment.
MBL he can't afford Obelisk, Robo.
He doesn't have the gold for it.
He can't afford Obelisk. He can get Ballistics and Bodkin, but that's about it.
Oh no.
And this is it, right? Like, has he come back from this? This is just awful for MBL. And it's getting raided. The Vills are idle now. 33 idle
diving
Vills.
under this TC. He doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
He's such a tanky unit. He's got 4 PS armor, 75 HP.
Yeah, comfortably tanking that. And, Mangonel threatening on the crossbows as well. MBL's like, yep, get me thumb ring. It doesn't cost gold. Give that.
Yep, I can do that.
And
Bram's heading towards this TC in the north.
Nearly lost thumb ring, actually. The archery range really went down. But yeah, I mean, MBL's so idle right now, and it's just a mess. How does he come back from this?
I don't know.
Very well done by Licks. And okay.
And look, they're almost equal in bill count now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That was a good mangonel shot on the conchs, but
was
it's not enough.
No. More idols. 42 out of 59 idle bills.
2/3 of his eco is not working.
And how does he protect this TC? I don't think he can.
He makes his own siege weapons with the wood that he doesn't have. Oh, wait.
Right.
Yeah, that's a problem.
GC's going down. MBL's in full sort of, I can't accept that I'm losing this game, but it's actually happening mode.
Yeah, the mangonel's continuing to raid.
I mean, you suggested putting a stand ground conch there. Why not just a mangonel?
Yeah, that works too.
Do the job. Ram's in there as well, taking down the ranges, stopping MBL from producing anymore. And the conchs are not scared of these. Like,
there's not enough crossbows. Like, they're not even harborless. They don't have bracer. Like,
no.
they're not a threat in such small numbers with so little upgrades.
Absolutely not. And there you have it. That TC.
He's 15
force
bills
repairs,
behind.
and that's it. No resources. I guess he ran out of wood or something, or stone.
He's pretty much out of wood, yeah.
Because you don't need wood to repair a TC, but you have to have one in the bank to start the repair.
No, that's stone. You need wood to repair a TC.
Sorry, my bad. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yep, it's my bad. GG called. MBL. Calling it right there, and wow. Licks. What a series from Licks. I loved it. I loved every second of it. That all-in aggression in both games was so fun to watch. I mean, this one in particular, more so than the last one, because the last one was kind of a bit more technical in a way. It was like the fast imp into that really quick push with bombard cannons and stuff. You get to see that every now and then, but this push was really well done, you know? Identifying the TC here, punishing that, the 2 petards to go in, those small details, and then, of course, just raiding everything with this siege and with the conchs. So, all in all, a great series from Licks, great play style, and a 2-0 victory over MBL. Definitely going to be happy with that one, and although it doesn't really mean anything in the long term, because AM are still qualified for the LAN final, Licks does go past MBL into the semis and has an opportunity to play against the winner of the Viper against the Max next Saturday. So good stuff for LYX, good stuff for SY, and we will be coming up with our next game very shortly. A best of 3 now between Jalfan and Say My Name.